Hey there everybody, welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we have this time is the Nigara SG2 Damascus Gyuto 210mm knife. This one has a multi-layered construction. The core cutting edge steel down the center is SG2 full stainless powdered metallurgy steel. It'll take a great edge and hold a nice edge. If you've got reasonably aggressive sharpening stones, it's not that big deal to sharpen, but it'll hold a really nice edge. It's got great retention as long as you do your part, put a good clean edge on there, and it'll get very, very sharp. Heat treats about 62 Rockwell on that core steel, which is pretty characteristic of this type. Weight and dimensions can vary a little bit from knife to knife. This particular one is 156 grams or 5.5 ounces, so fairly light. The edge length is right about 2.8 or 8.2 inches from the tip to the back of the heel. And you'll notice I've got a slight back sweep to the heel at the bottom, just a little bit. The overall length is about 13.8 inches or 350 millimeters with this handle. And spine thickness wise, these are fairly stiff blades. They're not super thick, but they're fairly stiff. I've got about 2.7 millimeters thickness on the spine at the back here above the heel. And about halfway down, I measured about 2.0. And then pretty much holds that thickness as you go down until you get to the grind. You can see where these cladding layers tighten up, and you'll see how that gets nice and skinny at the tip. So they've ground this for high performance. Nice thin tip, and it's also nice and thin at the edge. So this would be a very good performing knife. Height is about 48 millimeters at the back, and so that's plenty of clearance for your fingers. They've got this slight back sweep, as I mentioned, in the choil, but a nice gentle curve as it goes into the neck, into the handle. So there's a great spot for finger there for a pinch grip. Easy, nice, comfortable pinch grip. Balance-wise, with this handle, the oak handle is a little bit on the heavier side, but there's your balance point. Right about there, which for me is pretty close to pinch grip, maybe slightly behind it, but pretty, I'd say pretty neutral. Well, let's get our beauty shot. These are made really well. So you'll see a pretty dramatic Damascus stainless cladding on either side. And so what they do is acid etch that. So depending on the material, they might have some nickel in there. You get this gunmetal gray on some stuff, and then the shiny look to the other part. So it really makes those layers pop, pop, pop. So you can really see where the grind starts right here. Easy to see. Very dramatic looking knife. Let's see. Let's get a close up on the right side of the blade as you're looking at it, or as you're holding it, using it. They've got some embossed, their symbol, company symbol in the kanji. And then here's the left side of the blade. There's no markings on this. This cladding does not cover the spine. Some knives it covers the spine, some knives it doesn't. See if we can show this to you, but you'll see those layers there. So you'll see the core steel and then the cladding on either side. Pretty cool to be able to see that construction. Out of the box edge, I'm going to give this 7, maybe 8 out of 10. It was very, very sharp out of the box. They haven't rounded it a ton, but they've done a little bit of relief work on the spine. They've done a little bit of relief work on the choil, so it's comfortable out of the box, ready to go. These knives are very well made. They're very clean grinds. You can tell the craftsmanship is high on these. They take the time to really do more work on the knife, so you can see that. Again, the grinds are very, very clean on the knife. So here's the cutting board profile. This is a pretty, just kind of middle of the road, good general purpose edge profile for this type of knife. So nothing really pops out one way or the other. You've got a good, kind of rolls into a decent stop towards the back. So it's a very smooth, tells you it's a nicely made knife. There's no hiccups in the edge profile. It's very smooth. So got a little bit of a flat spot towards the back, and then the tip has a little bit of belly towards the front, so I can get up in there before the tip wants to dig into the board. So I can definitely rock this over small, medium stuff, no problem. You can chop towards the back. You can do some glide, push-pull cuts with it, glide cuts. You can do tip draws with it. So it's a pretty flexible profile. Again, it's a very versatile kind of middle-of-the-road 210 Gyuto profile. Just a very nice knife. This is really kind of an heirloom quality knife, and it will do a lot of awesome work in the kitchen and look great doing it. So this is the Nigara SG2 Damascus Gyuto 210 millimeter knife from Chef Knives To Go.